Hey, everybody. All right, we made it. First thing I want to say is thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking your time over this past week or over these past few weeks to watch these videos and to really learn about insurance. I hope that you got something out of it and that you are more prepared for life. That's really my greatest hope for all of you. For day 5, we're going to talk about how to get the best deal when shopping for insurance policies. All right. So there's a lot we're going to talk about, and I'm excited. Here we go. So everything's kind of been like gearing up for this day. So yeah, super, super excited. By the way, what's next for our podcast? A lot. I have the next few months planned out actually already. So this channel is all about teaching important life skills that I was really never taught in school. And if you have enjoyed this past week, like this is what we do. And we're a really new channel. I think this is like my 3rd or 4th month actually running this channel. So there's so much more to come. Everything that I teach on this channel are things that I've been teaching in my classroom for years, but this is the first time that I've ever decided to publicize it online and to really share it with whoever wants to listen. So please, please, please consider subscribing. If you have a Google account, it's just a click, and that way you can stay updated with everything we're doing. And there's a lot of exciting new topics coming out this spring and really throughout this summer. So super excited. Please join us. All right, cool. And for those of you who have been doing the free note taker and the free certificate of, to get the free certificate of completion, please, once again, make sure you're on the email list. And if you haven't gotten an email from me, I've been sending an email every single day this week. Please make sure you make sure your email is good and correct, because there's a few of them that didn't work whenever I tried sending an email. I'm going to email you a Google form to submit your notes. And then after that, we're going to email you a PDF of this certificate with your name on it. All right. And that's pretty much it. So today's learning plan, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to look at a view of money and philosophy. Then we're going to analyze a sample budget. Then we're going to understand salespeople. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to walk you through how I would get a discount, my strategy. All right, let's begin. I'm going to group the first two, the view of money, philosophy, and analyzing a sample budget. People ask me all the time, how do you get the deals you get? It's almost unheard of. And really my answer and my response is very simple. I always say, hey, there's really no secret. It's all about putting in the time. It's all about shopping and knowing what's a good deal. As long as you have those 3 things and you take the time and you shop it and you know what's a good deal, there's no reason why you can't get a good deal. All right. So there's no secret to getting a good deal. It just takes a lot of effort. All right. So keep that in mind. And that's the same for buying cars, for buying homes, and for just buying anything in general. My thought is that money saved is money earned. So anytime you can save a little bit here and there, that's really you earning that money. And my hope is that we can save so that we can be more generous. So that's my life philosophy. It's not about just getting rich or saving all the money you can and saving it for yourself, but no, it's about being generous. That's why we save money. All right. So here's a sample budget in California. And I've talked to a lot of my different friends and I've taken my budget as well. This is not my budget fully. It's similar, but it's not fully. All right. So let's just say an average mortgage payment, $2,800 a month for a house, property tax, $700 a month, utilities, $300 a month, homeowners insurance, $85 per month, car loan, $400 per month, car insurance, $125 per month, phone bill, $80 per month, gas, $150, life insurance, health insurance, right, for your family, HOA, which is your homeowner's insurance, your homeowner's association for $150 per month, and food, etc. This is not a crazy budget. It's a pretty average typical budget for a family. But if you take all those numbers, and some of you are like, whoa, there's a lot of bills. This isn't even all of them. Right? When you become an adult, there's a lot of bills, but that's about $5,890 per month or $70,000 a year. All right. So once again, that is not a crazy budget. I've seen budgets even crazier. It all depends where you live. And this is a sample budget for California. All right. So there's 2 types of people. When you look at that, that's what we call a budget, where you have all the items of things coming out of your account and things coming into your account. But there's two types of people. Type one, I need to make more money. I'm spending $70,000 a year on my expendables. So every single month, so I'm just shelling out $70,000 a year. But I need to make more money. So that's type one. Type two, hey, I need to analyze my budget to see where can I save more money. And you can already guess who I want you to be. I want you to be type two. Um, you know, live a life of, and where you can understand, like, you know what, I have enough. And yeah, I can cut back on some of the things that I'm spending on. All right. So always analyze your budget. Money saved is money earned. I keep coming back to that. So where can we save? So when I analyze this budget, it's tough to change your mortgage unless you refinance. Okay. So there's one way, but it's other than that, it's not that easy to change your mortgage payment. Not easy to change your property tax. Okay. Once again, that's just something that's set in stone, depending on where you live and which state. It's different property taxes. But utilities, that's the first thing I look at. Okay. What is actually the $300 per month? You know, utilities includes gas, water, electric, trash, internet, all these different things. But is there a way we can cut back? And most likely you can. To be like, if you really tried, you can probably cut down $50. So maybe cut it down to $250. Maybe you have to use less air conditioning, or change some of your products in your house to use less electricity, right? So there's a lot of ways you can cut back. Let's just say we save $50 from the utilities. Homeowners insurance, $85 a month is a little on the high side, but once again, you get what you pay for. So if you want to save on that, you're going to probably have to cut somewhere else. But let's just say $15 per month that you could shop it and you can cut from that. Car insurance, you could absolutely cut that. It all depends on which car you drive, by the way. So if it's a newer car, if it's obviously one that you're gonna have to insure higher, then you're gonna have to pay more. So let's just say you could cut $25 from there. Phone bill probably can cut from there as well, especially like with all of the like if you don't need as much data or really anything like that. Some of the unlimited plans are getting a little bit cheaper now right now as well. Life insurance and health insurance, I'm gonna skip that for now. Obviously you can negotiate anything you can talk down. However, those are two that, let's just say you've already negotiated and they're set in stone, and like your health insurance is from your employer. And once again, it's tough to mess with that. HOA it's tough to mess with, but food, it's easy to mess with that one. Food is where you can usually cut someone's budget, maybe eat more at home, maybe pack meals, eat leftovers, etc. Okay, let's just say we cut down on all those different things and we save $315. Some of you are like, well, $70,000, $350, not that much savings. But remember, we're not looking at it per month. Months go by so quickly. Think about how quick months go by. So when I look at the savings, I look at $315 per month times 12 months. That's an annual savings of $3,780 per month. And some of you still, you're like 70,000, 3,000, not that much difference. But once again, that's just 1 year. 10 years, 37,000. Do you see that? 20 years, 75,000. 30 years, 113,000 for just calling a few companies and negotiating your fees and or saving a little bit here and there. Do you see how savings can add up? And I keep going back to it. Money saved is money earned. But that's the philosophy that I want you to have as you keep going through. The one that I didn't quite agree with when I analyze this budget, the first thing I knock out is that car loan. Cars are just cars. Sure, like when you're younger, like it's all about status and like, but well, maybe even when you're older. But if there's something I've learned, a car is a car and it's really to get you from point A to point B. So to pay $400 a month to buy a car, that's a lot of money. And you know, usually car loans go for 4, 5, 6 years. So at some point you're going to pay it off. But even $400 a month, let's just say $400 a month times 12, that's close to $5,000 per year. So if you paid off your car, or if you bought a used car and you paid it off, you wouldn't have that car loan. So that's a savings of $5,000 per year. Do you see that? And once again, $5,000 per year times that by 10 years, that's 50,000 right there. So it goes quick, and always analyze your budget. Now, as a salesperson, and I do consider myself a salesperson, I've been trained at 7 years of sales before I became a teacher. So I do consider myself a salesperson. So I understand salespeople pretty easy. All right. So number one, most salespeople are on commission. Whether or not they're selling you insurance or they're selling you something, most likely they're on commission. And honestly, like their motivation is to sell you a product. Sure, they care about you, but they also care about their own livelihood and they need to make money, right? So they need to make commission. So when you understand that, it kind of uh, makes you understand that you have a lot of power, choice, and options as a consumer. Where you put your money is your choice. So if they're not giving you the deal, then you can also go somewhere else. So you have to understand how sales works. Most agents will not call you. Like I have yet met an agent who has the time, first off, and to call you and say, "Hey, just letting you know, there's a better deal that you can get. So let me try to save you some money." Probably not going to happen. Now, during COVID and during the pandemic, what ended up happening is for car insurance, for example, during one of the months, maybe they gave you a discount on one of the months because people weren't driving. So when more people drive and there's more liability and there's more risk of car accidents happening, and that's why insurance companies have to pay it out. But if no one's driving like that one month last year, then they may cut you back some money, right? That being said, they didn't cut back much, probably a month or maybe 2 months at most. And you have to understand that salespeople, sure, their motivation is to make money, but they're also human. If you're in a specific, unique situation, make sure you explain that to your insurance agent or whoever's selling you insurance, and most likely they can do something to help you out, right? I have yet met a person who, if they heard you're in a tough situation, will not cut you some slack. But once again, you have to ask. They're not going to come to you to help you out. How to get a discount, my strategy. So I can talk all day about this, and I'm not going to, but first, analyze your budget regularly. And when I say regularly, that could be every 6 months or every year. Where can you save? What do you not need anymore? Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay. I'm just going to take this for example, car insurance. How would I save on that car insurance for $125 a month? That's a little bit high, especially if you have multiple cars. That's pretty high, and that's assuming one car. So once again, family plans are way more than that, but let's just take, for example, one car, $125 per month. First thing I do is I call my agent and I would let them know my situation. Hey, I have been assigned less hours at work, or there's been a work situation where I'm working less now and I don't have as much money, right? So take a look at your current coverage. That's the next thing I would do. And I would take a look at what is currently covered in my insurance plan. And if you don't know what that is, I made a 20-minute video on day 2. Please, please, please take a look at that and see how that works. Current discounts. So take a look at some current discounts in terms of what current discounts are you getting in your insurance right now. You know, another thing to note is there a current family plan available? Anytime you have multiple accounts or multiple cars on, let's say, a policy, you could save money on that. All right. So there's one thing too. And my whole thing is about getting creative, right? So not taking no for an answer, because there's a guaranteed way that someone else is getting a deal. I always think about this. If someone else is getting the deal, and a better deal than I'm getting right now, then why can't I get that deal? All right. So it takes time and you have to get creative. One way you can do it is look at the number of miles that they have you down for auto insurance. Let's just say it's 10,000 a year. And if you only drive like 2,000 a year, then you can negotiate a lower number. My insurance company does that, where you can just let them know like how many miles do you drive a year, and then you have to sign a few papers, and then they will lower your rate. All right, so keep that in mind. Insurance agents will actually tell you this all the time, but if you can bundle it, which means if you combine your auto and your home insurance, you could save money. If you can combine your auto, home, and life, and that's what I do, all underneath one company, then they're gonna give you all the savings possible. All right. So once again, do your research, talk to your agent, talk to your company, and just find a way to save, because I know you can do it. Now, be persistent. All right. They may say no at the first time, but take the time to call back again. Now, if there's something I've learned, not every customer service agent is the same. For example, our internet carrier, recently, like, they raised the rates pretty high. I called in and I was super friendly and I asked, hey, here's our situation. Yeah. And once again, no one likes you calling saying, hey, I just want to call to save money. There needs to be a reason. So, for example, like if you say, honestly, I'm thinking about canceling because we don't even use it that much anymore, and the rates just hiked up like double, um, because like the year like special rate is gone now. But is there any way in which I can save money? Because I did barely even use this service because I don't want to cancel it, right? So if you just talk to them like that, most likely like they'll get creative. But one time I called in, and they offered me a $10 discount. And I was like, all right, well, it's not bad, but it's not where I want it to be. And it's not where it was before, what I was paying before. So I told the lady, I will think about it. And, and yeah, I'll just think about it. So I talked to my wife and we're like, all right, well, might as well just take the $10 discount because she quoted me, that is the best anyone can do for you. So I called back the next day and I got another nice lady on the phone and I explained to her my situation. Now, just so you know, if you call into a call center, most likely they have your phone number on file and they have notes, which means like whoever talked to you last, like if they said $10 discount and you call back again, they're gonna know that you already talked to someone. That being said, she still looked at it and I guess, like she empathized with my story and just all this stuff. She offered me a $30 discount. So not every customer service agent is the same. So sometimes you may want to call back, especially to these high volume call centers, right? Now, how bad do you want it? It all goes back to that. Remember, once you negotiate every single month, I'm going to be saving $30 a month. That's $360 a year. That's 3,600 a decade, right? So there's a lot that you can do. But I just truly hope that some of these tips can help you out. Ask your friends, ask your family, shop around. What are you paying? What are you paying? But remember, not every policy, not every insurance policy is made equal. Just because a different company is giving you a better deal, it doesn't mean that that's the better policy, right? So at the end of the day, you have to make a decision on who you want to go with and what you're comfortable paying. Thank you so much for letting me talk to you. Once again, thanks for taking this free 5-day online course. There's so much more to come. And I'm not just saying that, and I really mean it. So I really hope that you can subscribe to my channel and you can just, it's free for you. Just click that button and it'll help out our channels tremendously. Until next time, see you later. Bye-bye.